Stand up in front of everybody. Because I want everybody to see what God is getting ready to do in your life. Yeah, I know the economy is bad. I know you don't have no job. I know you're doing this. I know you're doing that. But God says, just because you have that bad hand, if you're able to stand, then I can turn that thing around. Watch this. Second point. We go. Verse number 5 tells him, says the second thing that we got to do. Verse number 5 says, Jesus said to the man with the shriveled hand, stand up in front of everybody. And then Jesus looks around in anger and was deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts. And then he says to the man, he gives him his second directive. He says, after you stand up, stretch out your hand. And the Bible says the man stretched out his hand and it was completely restored. Here's the second thing you got to do. Bump your neighbor and say, after you stand, you got to be able to stretch. Because you can't just get caught standing and not doing nothing. There has to be some action with your standing. He said you got to stand and then you got to stretch. And when you stretch, he says, stretch out your hand to me. In other words, he says, the very thing that's wrong in your life, I want you to give that to me. I want you to surrender that to me. I want the foreclosure. I want the bankruptcy. I want the divorce. I want the alcoholism. I want the promiscuity. I want what's bad in your life. You give that to me and watch me turn your life around. He says, you got to be able to stand and you got to be able to stretch. See, we got to learn how to give our problems over to God and let God deal with those problems like we know He can. And see, what I've learned, stretching out to God shows your surrendering and trusting in Him. When you say, God, I can't fix this by myself, now I'm stretching out to you. I'm surrendering myself to you. God, I can't make it by myself. I'm giving it all to you. And how many people understand and you know that when you stretch out to God, God doesn't have a problem stretching back to you. He's just waiting on you to reach out to Him. And He doesn't have a problem reaching out back to you. It's just like picking up a baby. When you reach out to pick up a baby, that baby going to reach out to you. It's the same thing. When we reach out to God, God reaches back to us. But watch this, and I'm done. Watch this. The Bible says that when Jesus, this dude had a shriveled hand, but the Bible says in verse number 5 that when he gave his hand to Jesus, the text says that his hand was completely restored, whole, just like the other hand. Which means if there was restoration, he didn't always have a bad hand.
All right.
In order for something to be restored, it had at one time had to be whole. But something happened. I don't know if he was at work. I don't know if his wife put the thing on. I don't know what happened. Don't they got in a fight or what? I mean, all right, no fight. I don't want nobody to think that. We tussle, no fight. Come on. His hand was completely restored. Which gives the implication that God doesn't have a problem giving stuff back that you lost. He doesn't have a problem restoring stuff back to you that you had back in the day. You know how it is. Stuff was going good in your life. Stuff was going well in your life. You had it all together. Family was doing fine. Good paying job. And all of a sudden, the bottom falls out. You don't have no job. Now that's causing a strain on your marriage. You're at each other's throat all the time. And you're saying, God, why did you let life break me like this? Why did you let life deal me this bad hand? God says, stand up
That's right. That's right.
Stretch out. And if you do those things, I will restore to you the same thing that you lost. Do I have a witness in this church today? That God has a way of giving stuff back to you that you lost in your life. It doesn't matter how broken you are. It doesn't matter how messed up you are. God still has a way of bringing restoration to your life. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to end it like this. I don't know. I might have told this story here one time before, but I think it's applicable to what we're saying. My wife is a big time Christmas decorator. She loves Christmas. She started getting ready for Christmas in June. Loves Christmas. Be all in Walmart. Where y'all Christmas trees at? Oh, man, it's just June. But she loves decorating for Christmas. And I never forget one Christmas holiday. She loves a Christmas tree. She tells me, okay, Dondre, take my tree down and put my tree up in the attic because we're going to use it next Christmas. And I'm thinking, okay, cool, I'll take the tree down, and so we can get ready to use it for the next Christmas. But I didn't feel like going up in the attic, because it's a long way. That tree heavy, taking all the way up to the attic. So you know what I did? Me being me, I just took the Christmas tree. I got a tendency to put everything that we don't use, I just throw it out in the garage. So I take the Christmas tree, and I'm saying I'm going to get it later. I just throw it out in the garage, and I said I'm going to get it later because, I don't feel like going up in the attic. And this was, I forgot what year it was, but this was the end of the year. And so I kept telling myself, I'm going to get it. A couple months go by, I'm going to get it. A couple months go by, I'm going to get it. And then it's time to put up the tree the next year. And my wife said, Dondre, go up in the attic and get the Christmas tree because I'm ready to put my tree up. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I forgot to put the tree last year up in the attic. I said, Lord, I'm walking out to the garage saying, Lord, please don't let nothing be wrong with this woman's Christmas tree. Please don't let nothing be wrong with her because she will fight if something wrong with her tree. So I go out to the garage and I get the tree. Make a long story short, I go out and I get the tree and I take the tree in the house and I set the tree up. It was a pre-lit tree, lights already on it. And I set it up and I'm praying and I plugged the tree in the wall. And all the lights came on except a section of lights in the front. And I started sweating bullets. Oh my God. She's like, you done broke my tree. You broke the lights on my tree. You should have put it up when I told you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, Lord, please, I can't buy another tree. I ain't got no money to buy another tree. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? Y'all know how we do. Everybody here, yeah, we all in the same persuasion. The lights on the front of the tree were out. So I'm going to take the tree and turn it around. They got my tree lights in the back. So what I do, Pastor, I reach down. And you have to pick the tree up by the base. I reach down and I pick the tree up at the bottom. And I proceed to turn the tree around. And while I'm turning around, my wife screamed, whoa, right there. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with you? She said, I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, the lights came on and now they're working. I'm like, wait a minute, they was broke. And now they're working. And she said, how do you get the lights to come on? I said, I don't know. All I did was I reached down, picked it up, and turned it around. And now, that what was broken has now come back on. And I'm trying to help somebody in this church today understand. Just because you got some brokenness in your life, we serve a God that knows how to reach down, pick you up, turn you around and witness in your church today. God has a way of letting you win with your bad hand. Slap somebody and say, you can win with a bad hand. It's possible when you win with a bad hand. Check it out. You know why? It's possible when you win with a bad hand. Because the Bible says you dude just had one bad hand, his right hand was bad. And if you really think about it, somebody else got something going on worse than we got going on. We just really got one bad hand. And the real reason why I know we can win with one bad hand is because over 2,000 years ago, the Bible says that they put Jesus on the cross and they stretched him down and they hung him high. You know what they did to him? The Bible says that they put a nail in this hand and they put a nail in that hand, which means Jesus didn't have just one bad hand, but he had two bad hands. And early on the third day going, he got up with all power over those bad hands. Jesus can win with two bad hands. nails in his hands. And y'all know he was a carpenter. And if you give a carpenter some nails and some wood, you're going to get some back. It's awesome to win with the bad. Father, we thank you today for who you are. Thank you today, God, for all that you've done in our lives. Thank you now, God, for your word. Thank you